Welcome to the War Tapes. In this episode, we explore the chaotic and often misunderstood life of Shia LaBeouf. From gang-infested streets and family dysfunction, to Hollywood fame, addiction, and redemption, Shia was born on June 11, 1986, in Los Angeles, California. He grew up in poverty, right in the middle of the gritty Echo Park neighborhood, a place overrun in the late 80s and early 90s with gangs, violence, and drugs. Back then, Echo Park wasn't the trendy hotspot it is today. It was raw. It was dangerous. And it was home to the West Side Crazies, a mixed Latino-Filipino gang. The turf Shia was surrounded by. Shia was an only child, one of the few white kids in a predominantly Latino community. He says, "It made me a target, but I didn't know we were poor. That was just life." His mom, a former ballet dancer, his dad, a Vietnam veteran, clown performer, and drug dealer battling heroin addiction. The family hustled together, selling snow cones and hot dogs in the streets of Echo Park. Every dollar mattered. Every day was survival. Shia's world was chaotic. At 5, his parents split. By 9, he and his mom were evicted and moved to Tujunga, near the San Fernando Valley, another rough area run by biker gangs. His dad was rumored to be connected to the Mongols' motorcycle gang. That instability shaped Shia's understanding of love, loyalty, and masculinity. He once said, "My dad was my trauma, but he was also my hero." It's a paradox that followed him into adulthood, but life pivoted in an unexpected way. At age 10, during a trip to Malibu, Shia got interested in acting. His dad landed a job at the Ice House Comedy Club. And young Shia would do stand-up before shows, cursing on stage just to get laughs, trying to be heard, trying to matter. With zero Hollywood connections, he cold-called agents from the Yellow Pages, pretending to be his own British manager. And it worked. Why? Because even then, he had something undeniable, raw talent. Shia beat out over 2,600 boys to land his breakout role in Disney's Even Stevens. He was loud, unpredictable, and hilarious. Audiences loved him. And the industry took notice. That led to the 2003 surprise hit Holes. And from there, he skyrocketed. Transformers, Indiana Jones, Wall Street. He was the face of a new generation. Studios saw dollar signs. But behind the fame, the trauma lingered. As Shia got older, fame became a prison of its own. He struggled with isolation, the pressure to perform, the unresolved chaos from childhood that fame could never fix. By 2012, the cracks started showing. Legal troubles, arrests, public meltdowns, substance abuse. The child star turned leading man was spiraling. The headlines were brutal. But the pain was real. He acted out. He drank heavily.
I have rights. I'm an American.
Come on, talk to me.
You got me in my hotel, arrested me in my hotel for doing what, sir?
Let's go.
He was arrested multiple times, from bar fights to public intoxication. But behind every tabloid story was a man trying and failing to heal. In 2017, Shia checked into rehab. He was finally diagnosed with PTSD. Years of chaos, neglect, and trauma caught up with him. And for the first time, he faced it head-on. For the 2019 film The Tax Collector, Shia went all in, playing Creeper, a brutal gang enforcer. But this wasn't just another role. This was personal. To prepare, he returned to Echo Park. He inked a massive, real tattoo across his chest. Not fake, not temporary. And he immersed himself in the street world he once escaped. He didn't just research the role, he lived it. He was seen with actual Harpys Gang members, even getting put on by them, a term meaning formally initiated. He got tattoos repping Harpys, guided, inked on his stomach, and spent time with known figures like Conejo, a rapper and former enforcer for the Mexican cartel. The world he once feared, he now stepped into by choice. Some say it was reckless. Others call it method acting to the extreme. But for Shia, it was just another chapter in a life lived all the way out. But Shia's story doesn't end. In darkness, in 2018, he teamed up with actors Bobby Soto and Dante Johnson to co-found the Sloughs and Rec Theater Company, a program for youth in low-income areas, giving them alternatives to the streets. He mentored young actors, funded local productions, and used storytelling as therapy. Not just for the kids, but for himself, he also found healing through writing. In 2019, he released Honey Boy, a deeply personal film he wrote in rehab. It was based on his childhood. His relationship with his father, the pain, the love, the confusion. Shia even played his own father in the film. It was raw, uncomfortable, honest. And for the first time, audiences saw beyond the headlines. He's no longer chasing Hollywood. He's chasing healing for himself and his community. Through art, through mentorship, through owning his mistakes. Shia LaBeouf's life has been a roller coaster, raw, unfiltered, real, from child star to convict. From gang affiliations to giving back, from pain to purpose, he's lived every extreme. And today, he's trying to write a new chapter, one of purpose, peace, and personal redemption.